Have you ever heard of the Norman Lott Legacy? Ronnie Lott and Eric Norman shaped football history, but there's a hidden story behind their rise. From game-changing plays to community impact, we're diving into the untold truth of their legacy. You won't believe what we uncovered. Stick around for a shocking journey into their influence. Welcome to Kansas City Chiefs Today. Today, we're uncovering the Norman Lott Legacy, a story of football greatness and hidden truths. Ronnie Lott, a Hall of Fame safety, and Eric Norman, a key figure in football's evolution, didn't just dominate on the field. They reshaped the game and their communities. You might know Lott for his bone-crushing hits, but there's more to their story than stats. What drove these men to become legends? How did their partnership influence generations? From mentorship to social change, we'll explore their impact in ways history books don't tell you. Get ready for a deep dive into their leadership, their struggles, and the legacy that still inspires today. Chiefs fans, this is for you. Let's celebrate the unsung heroes who paved the way for today's stars. Ronnie Lott wasn't just a safety, he was a force of nature. With 10 Pro Bowls and 4 Super Bowl rings, his stats are legendary, but his leadership defined him. Eric Norman, a mentor to many, worked behind the scenes, guiding young players to greatness. Together, they shaped generations. Lott's intensity inspired teammates to push harder, while Norman's wisdom built confidence in rookies. Off the field, their community work was transformative. Lott founded the All-Stars Helping Kids Foundation, empowering youth through education and sports. Norman's local initiatives brought hope to underserved areas. These men weren't just athletes, they were role models who showed that true greatness lies in uplifting others. Their legacy isn't just in record books, it's in the lives they changed. Let's look at how their determination set them apart. Ronnie Lott's playing style was relentless. Fearless hits and clutch interceptions defined him. He once cut off part of his finger to keep playing. That's the kind of grit that made him a 49ers legend. Eric Norman, though less celebrated, brought a strategic mind to the game, coaching players to read offenses like a book. Their work ethic was unmatched. Lott's film study sessions were legendary, and Norman's drills pushed players to their limits. Moments like Lott's game-saving tackle in the 1981 NFC Championship or Norman's playbook innovations shaped their team's success. Their dedication inspired teammates to never quit, creating a culture of excellence. Fans felt it too. Lott's passion electrified stadiums. This relentless pursuit of greatness didn't just win games, it built a legacy that still resonates. Next, we'll explore how they carried this passion beyond the field. Every legend has defining moments, and for Lott and Norman, these moments forged their legacy. For Ronnie Lott, the 1981 season was a turning point. His interceptions and leadership helped the 49ers win their first Super Bowl. His 1989 season, with 8 interceptions, cemented his Hall of Fame status. Eric Norman's impact came through mentorship. His work with defensive backs in the 80s revolutionized secondary play. One story stands out: Norman coaching a young player through a critical game, turning a potential loss into a win with a last-second strategy. These moments weren't just about personal glory, they inspired teammates and fans alike. Lott's fearless hits and Norman's tactical genius showed what it means to rise under pressure. Their legacy was built on these clutch performances, proving that true greatness shines brightest in the toughest moments. After hanging up their cleats, Lott and Norman didn't fade away, they redefined football's future. Ronnie Lott became a mentor, coaching young defensive backs to emulate his intensity. His work with the NFL's player development programs shaped countless careers. Eric Norman's legacy lived on through his coaching clinics, where he taught strategic defense to new generations. Their influence changed how defenses operate. Lott's aggressive style inspired modern safeties, while Norman's schemes are still studied today. They didn't just play the game, they evolved it. From mentoring future stars like Charles Woodson to influencing rule changes for player safety, their fingerprints are all over football. Chiefs fans, think about how today's hard-hitting defenses owe a debt to these pioneers. Their contributions went beyond wins. They built a foundation for the NFL we love today. The Norman Lott legacy shines brightest in their communities. Ronnie Lott's All-Stars Helping Kids Foundation has raised millions for youth programs, providing scholarships and sports opportunities. He's a hometown hero in California, where his work transformed lives. Eric Norman focused on local outreach, organizing camps and fundraisers in underserved areas. Their commitment went beyond charity. They advocated for equality and opportunity. Lott spoke out against systemic issues, using his platform to drive change. Norman's mentorship programs gave kids role models to look up to. These efforts weren't just photo ops, they were heartfelt missions to uplift their communities. Chiefs fans, imagine the impact if every player gave back like this. Their work created ripples, fostering hope and opportunity that still benefits communities today. Let's see how their advocacy for social change left a lasting mark. Lott and Norman weren't afraid to tackle issues bigger than football. Ronnie Lott used his fame to speak on racial equality, pushing for fair opportunities in sports and beyond. His voice carried weight, inspiring players to use their platforms for good. Eric Norman worked quietly but effectively, supporting programs that addressed poverty and education gaps. Their advocacy wasn't just talk, they backed it up with action. Lott's foundation funded schools in marginalized areas, while Norman's initiatives provided resources for at-risk youth. Their efforts challenged the status quo, showing athletes could be agents of change. This wasn't about headlines, it was about real impact. Their work helped shift how athletes engage with social issues, paving the way for today's activist players. Chiefs Nation, their courage off the field is as inspiring as their plays on it. The humanitarian efforts of Lott and Norman are a cornerstone of their legacy. Lott's All-Stars Helping Kids has impacted thousands, from building playgrounds to funding scholarships. His work gave kids a chance to dream big, just like he did. Eric Norman's contributions were equally vital. His youth camps provided mentorship and hope, teaching life skills through sports. These efforts weren't just about giving back, they were about creating opportunities where none existed. Their commitment showed that true legends leave a mark beyond the game. In their hometowns, you'll still hear stories of how they changed lives, one kid, one community at a time. Chiefs fans, this is the kind of legacy that inspires us all. Their humanitarian work didn't just help people, it built a blueprint for athletes to follow. Let's look at how their influence lives on today. The Norman Lott legacy isn't just history, it's alive in today's game. Players like Charles Woodson credit Lott's mentorship for their success, recalling how he taught them to play with heart. Coaches who worked with Norman still use his defensive strategies, passing his wisdom to new generations. One story stands out: a young player, inspired by Lott's intensity, overcame adversity to make the NFL. Another coach shared how Norman's advice turned a struggling team around. These stories show their impact endures. From high school fields to NFL stadiums, their influence shapes athletes who strive for greatness. Chiefs fans, think about the players today who carry that same fire. Lott and Norman lit that spark. Their legacy is a reminder that hard work and heart can change lives forever. Let's wrap this up with a call to action. The Norman Lott legacy is more than football. It's about leadership, community, and impact. Ronnie Lott and Eric Norman showed us what it means to be true champions, on and off the field. Their story challenges us to dig deeper, to learn about the heroes who shaped the game we love. Chiefs Nation, let's keep their legacy alive. Check out Lott's All-Stars Helping Kids Foundation or explore Norman's community programs. Get involved and make a difference. Want to learn more? Hit the links in the description to dive into their incredible stories. If you loved this deep dive into the Norman Lott legacy, smash that like button, subscribe to Kansas City Chiefs Today, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment. How has Lott's legacy inspired you? Let's keep the conversation going.